A dusky concentration camp. Children have to eat disgusting things every day. And on time.
Rise and shine, come on if you get.
All the children are dragged to somewhere.
Carlisle said the transport.
By the gods, Odysseus cried.
Christ, look at the creepy little fuckers. How can she stand being that close to him?
This place looks like a school, but this is a camp of Dr. Caldwell who process a research about infectees of parasitic fungus.
Once upon a time, in ancient Greece.
They are all infectees, but they still have feelings and intelligence as other humans, and only their teacher Justino doesn't consider them monsters. Then,
No! No fucking way!
Just touched her face.
Touched her head, the top of her head.
Soldiers abruptly comes in and points at meek children and lets out anger on Justino, and reveals the danger of children. As they feel human bodily fluid, they immediately turn violent. The next day, Justino visits Melanie, who is closest to her.
Miss Justina, you smell nice. Get out!
Melanie has higher intelligence than other children, but she can't control the instinct of infectee as she wants. She immediately applies a gel to neutralize human smell.
Numbered. I can find out whose it is by looking on the list.
The two have a wrong relationship and Dr. Caldwell is paying sharp attention to them. Children of second generation are captured since their birth and locked up here. And it's a pity, but now the world is close to end, so the children should serve as test subjects to make a healing medicine. So Melanie is getting taken to somewhere.
After I'm gone, stay inside until the Oakley.
Good morning, Dr. Caldwell.
Dr. Caldwell acts friendly to children, but in fact, she doesn't think they're more than test subjects.
I'm sorry.
But then Justino comes to interrupt a test.
Good morning, Miss Justina.
As children,
But the pathogen, the fungus, does their thinking for them.
The children don't deserve it since they didn't do anything wrong to be infected. But now, Justino's is just interrupting test for humanity.
Miss Justino!
Eventually she is expelled by soldiers and the test is processed as planned.
That would be extremely helpful.
Then infectees ambush. All the firewall are incapacitated and zombies occupy their little by little. Fortunately, Melanie is set free right before her body gets anatomized. Melanie has lived her whole life locked up in concrete walls. For the first time she goes out in the world outside the camp and sees infectees like her. In a chaos she saves her teacher and she has no choice but has to drink blood. And she blacks out. Just like this, the lab is fallen by zombies and the two hurriedly escape there with soldiers. While it happened, the soldiers see Melanie without a safeguarding device and she is abandoned alone.
No. Don't come too close to me. I ate bits of the soldiers.
Their next destination is Beacon, which is considered to be safe.
I would suggest you take out the spare wheel and put her in the wheel.
Soldiers don't want to take a risk of taking an infectee, which can be a bomb during their journey. But Dr. Caldwell can't leave without an important subject for her research. So Melanie was about to be treated like a baggage. Her hands and mouth are tied up and she goes with them. They pull over by Riverside for a moment to gain water to drink. The moment, they hear a sound and soldier shoots wildly toward there. The infectee soon hears the gunshot and swarm. The situation is cleared soon, but Staff Sergeant Park soon sees his colleague's wound. In this apocalypse, the Staff Sergeant had to make a quick judgment for the team. And not so long later, they face even more serious problem.
Let's take a stroll.
Come on.
Their car breaks down, so they have to walk to the destination. To arrive on time, they are reluctant, but decides to go through the market full of infectees.
Shops were looted a long time ago. We're going in.
When sun's up, infectees usually fall asleep. But one infectee is active strangely. This is a unique case Dr. Caldwell has never seen, so soon it catches Dr. Caldwell's attention. But then suddenly startles her and she makes a loud noise, and it wakes up the asleep infectees one by one. They plan to wait until the infectees calm down, and stay inside a building to rearrange their team. The building is surrounded by infectees, so it's hard to go outside to look out. They need someone who would go silently to gain food and other things they need. So Melanie, who is safe from infectees, takes charge. She goes outside and Melanie's violent instinct has been suppressed, but she's been starving for a long time, so her instinct is activated. After then, the child finds one puppy that is still alive. Their priority is arriving quickly to the destination, so Melanie lures infectees with the puppy. Thanks to her moves, they gain a path to go through successfully.
I'm not hungry now.
Again, they are heading to Beacon in London. In the city encroached with fungal parasites, they witness a horrible phenomenon they couldn't even imagine.
What are we looking at, Caldwell?
This is a sporangium, a seed pod, the end of the world.
The gross tower is nothing else but fungal parasite. They leave their horror and finds movable lab which still works.
Full armor. Coded access.
Fully functional, mobile labs.
The researchers haven't completed vaccine yet, and they might make one here. They get into the lab and search for things to eat, but there aren't right things to eat, so they want to seek for food again. No one cares about hunger of Melanie.
Gallagher. What?
I need to eat too. I can smell you.
So Soldier, Kieran and Melanie, just two of them, get out of the lab and goes to look around in the city. At that time, a stranger's eyes are looking at Kieran. Melanie is away from him. She sees kids her age gathering. She takes a closer look and finds out they are also infectees.
Miss Justino! I saw them. They're exactly the same as me. They're just going to hunt him down.
Kieran is alone and isn't aware of the danger, and he continued to search. At that time, people in the lab succeeds to contact someone in Beacon, but the situation there is not really good.
It's only a matter of hours before they decide contact.
We've got to go! We've got to go now! It's Kieran!
A second is precious in this situation. Fortunately, thanks to Melanie, they leave to save Kieran. At the same time, Kieran is already surrounded by infectees of second generation, and he became a game of hunt. The other team members come late. It was already late to save him, and he was killed without a trace by hungry infectees.
It's just a no.
And still their hunt is going on. At this time, Melanie, who is in the same position as them, takes action and shows her strength. The other infectees of second generation was not trained as Melanie was. They have a tribal leader like a prehistoric tribe. The team members are helped by Melanie once again. Just like this, they return safe to the lab. At the moment, Caldwell abruptly threatens them, and an anesthetic drug put all of them to sleep. The reason she does it is that she doesn't need anything interrupts testing Melanie. She has to create a vaccine, even it takes using force. But then Melanie is standing before her.
At the base, he's to hold my breath and count to 1,000.
Since it has come to this, she wants to persuade Melanie.
Only the second generation can be like you.
But clearly Melanie is different from them, so she doesn't need to do as Caldwell wishes.
Would you want to see Miss Justino turn into a monster? An animal?
No. If you stay here, you'll be safe.
After these moments, Melanie gets out of the lab and runs somewhere in a hurry.
Melanie.
Caldwell follows her, and unfortunately she faces infectees, and this is her last moment. Melanie arrived at a huge tower with spore assist. She sets fire on the tower and pop up fungal spores. So fungal parasites spread fast in air, and the end of humanity come. Sergeant Parks can't avoid end of humanity.
Melanie, what is this? What did you do?
I made the pods open.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He doesn't want to go on as an infectee, so he asks Melanie to take his last breath. Eventually, the world that infectees and normal humans coexist becomes past, and the everyone in the world are only infectees.
Good morning, class.
I recommend you must watch this movie. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed, please subscribe and thumbs up.
There'll be lots of time.